Hello, 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 hello. Oh, oops. Let me move my phone clamp out of the way and fix myself up a little bit here. But welcome everybody to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. I am your hostess with the mostest, Hilary of tarotbyhilary.com, professional tarot reader and EFT practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. I firmly believe that everybody has intuition. And yeah, this hairstyle is interesting, but it is working for what I needed to do. I was going to be all fancy for this episode, and you know what? It is just too freaking warm today. It is too warm. It is too humid. So I am just keeping my damn hair off of my damn neck. Yeah, it's warm, but I also don't want to have the bumpies either. Okay. Let's do this first. I mean, I could have done this while you guys were grooving to my intro video, but yeah, I already saw we were running a little bit late, a few minutes late. And also I had a little bit of trouble before what was it, yesterday, scheduling this episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. And we are indeed here live, and for some reason my network quality is not good again. It says it's a bad network quality, so I'm hoping that doesn't interfere with our broadcast. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if things are not sounding good on your end or looking good on your end. You'll have to let me know about that. Okay, let me see here. Let me make sure that my computer is plugged in and also give you an idea of what this episode is going to be if you haven't already read the description, or if this is the first time you are attending one of my live streams. This particular episode is very, very exciting because it is the 3rd anniversary episode of me doing these live streams, which is absolutely unbelievable. Like, I can't believe I've been doing these live streams pretty much every single week on Friday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the past 3 years. Relatively speaking, I mean, there have been some weeks where I've taken the week off from live streaming, but on the most part, we've got 3 years worth of live streams under our belt. And while I am saying we, and there's just me on the screen, I couldn't have done this without you, the viewers that keep on coming back each week. And even if you're a new viewer, like, welcome. Really, I appreciate it. Actually, let me just read the description of this particular episode. Can you believe it's been 3 years? Because I really can't. So tonight's episode is a celebratory episode of Tarot by Hilary Live, where we'll be discussing our favorite episodes from this year and also of all time. You know, you don't have to limit your favorite episode, to be just this year's episodes. You can dig back into the archives from 2 years ago, from 3 years ago, which is what I did today, because I do have my own personal favorite episodes. And then also I'll be debuting a very compelling reason to show up live each week to the broadcast. So as always, all of these episodes have replays in the archive. So even if you don't tune in at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, you can still watch the replays. However, I want people to tune in live because I love it. I feed off of that energy. I think you guys feed off of my energy when there is a live conversation going on. So we spoke about it last episode and last week's episode, which was a trip recap episode, because I was away for a few weeks on vacation. But I did put it to you guys, to the regular viewers, and asked, what do you think about this idea? And you seem to like it. So, and this is going to be available for new viewers and the long-time listeners as well. But it is, so tonight's episode is the debut of the very compelling reason to show up live each week to the broadcast, which will be a mid-show reading for one lucky live stream viewer. So we'll talk about that when we get toward the middle of the episode, the halfway point of the episode. So if you are here for a free reading, now I normally say this is not the time and space for it, but you know what? It is. So if you are here for a free reading, you have to stay tuned in to the middle of the episode at the very least, to be able to participate for your chance to win a 3-card reading right here on the broadcast. So I hope that's interesting to you. I hope that's compelling for you. And I do see that we have Sophia here. So Sophia, I was just letting people know about the thing that we discussed last week about the compelling reason to be here live each week. Even though, yes, the replays are available to everybody. Of course, we are going to start the episode with the brief astro-weather from Teresa Reed's wonderful AstroBiz Digest, and end the episode with the weekend forecast. So if you're really here for like freebie reading, you want to stay tuned till the end of the episode too to get your weekend forecast. So 2 very compelling reasons to stay tuned to the middle of the episode and the end of the episode. Okay, so first of all, I want to start this episode with a big honkin' thank you to everybody that has been here for the start of these live streams. We've been doing them as of August 31st, 2022. We have been doing these for 3 years, every week. So thank you so much to those of you who have been here from the beginning. I really, really appreciate it. Can't do it without you. And I also wanted people to bring your favorite episodes to the broadcast. And you also may get some behind the scenes stories behind your favorite episodes, or maybe even your not so favorite episode, because I was looking back and one of my least favorite episodes was actually an episode that I learned the most from. So we'll talk about that during this broadcast, during this episode. And again, for those of you who are new viewers, welcome. Not to rip off John Oliver's greetings at the beginning of last week tonight, but I kind of do that, don't I? I say, welcome to another episode of... and just so if you're wondering, today's air date, so we are live right now on August 26th at currently 6:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so Sophia is saying, woo, yeah, woo, I can't believe it either. And Hilary, anniversary, and card slingers all in one day. What is it, Christmas? Oh yeah, and did you also notice I also put out a new episode of the Tarot by Hilary podcast, my standalone podcast? So we have not 1, not 2, but 3 compelling reasons why today is better than Christmas. if you are in fact like diehard Tarot by Hilary fan, which is kind of weird for me to say, but also like I like it. Like, please stroke my ego for those times where I have a not so great episode and I have to cry afterwards. For a second there, I was about to say I have to cry episode. Maybe that would be good. Maybe if we schedule a cathartic cry episode, like, sure, why not? So Dina is also here. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much, Dina. Thank you for being around for so long, being a loyal viewer. Sophia is saying, yes. And my train home from campus was fab today. Good to hear that. I'm guessing that you must have been listening to a lot of podcasts. So, oh, and I see we already have reactions too. No, does that not work? I can't see the heart emojis or anything like that. when I'm broadcasting through Be Live. So, but I see someone thumbed up this episode, which is like great, or heart reacted or something. So thank you for that. Okay, so I've already done my greetings and my welcome. And I'm going to adjust my crawler for the mid-episode reading to reflect tonight's joy. I won't put it in there yet because we're not up to that portion of the episode yet. But yeah. Is everybody ready for the astro-weather from Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady? Because I already have it pre-pulled up, so I don't have to go and search around for it. Yay! And I'm going to take a sip of my rosé because it is hot as balls in here, and also it's a celebration, so cheers. That is delicious. I'm glad I followed the recommendation of the person at the wine store. My local wine store makes me feel like a genius, which is really nice. Because I just say what I like, and then they're just like, oh, well, you might like this, or try this. And then I bring it to parties, and people are just like, oh, well, Hilary knows wines. And I'm like, that's kind of you to say. But I can't take entire credit, but also, yeah. I'm going to tilt my stuff accordingly. My water bottle is sweating profusely with condensation right now because it is warm in here. I think we had like 3 thunderstorms today, and then a sunstorm, and then just the humidity. Oh, anyway. Dina says, lay it on us. And Sophia says, woo again. So let's do this shit. And also let me pull up my finger. Hold, please. Oh, it's right here already. So the astrology that I share with all of you at the beginning of each episode is from Teresa Reed's wonderful AstroBiz Digest, which is $99 for the year subscription. Astrology right to your email inbox. Very, very helpful. Is geared towards entrepreneurs and business owners, but I have found it to be incredibly helpful in my personal life. So let me go ahead and just give it to you. So there's a couple of, actually not even a couple, there's a few overall things to be looking out for this week. And as Teresa said in the AstroBiz Digest for this week, the heavenly bodies are busy as all get out this week. So grab your coffee, calendar, and maybe a shot of tequila. I guess I'm already kind of compensating for that because I do have this rosé here. So cheers to that. So the first significant shift occurs on Monday when the sun glides into Virgo. It is Virgo season. This means you've got 4 good weeks to sort out all of your business details, edit your writing, organize your office, deep clean your website, declutter your social media. This is also a good time to unfriend, unfollow, and delete. And the sun moves into Libra on September 22nd. So you've got time. Take advantage of Virgo organizational energy. Next up, Uranus stations retrograde on the 24th. So that was 2 days ago. This annual transit is terrific for pausing before you mess with the status quo. Sure, there are things in your industry you might not like, but do you need to be the one making the waves? Or as I like to say, does it have to be you? If so, take some time to ponder how best to do this. If you rush in before you're ready, the clapback will be loud. Uranus is direct on January 22nd of 2023. So you got a couple months of Uranus stationing retrograde to deal with. The third third thing is Mercury in Libra on the 25th. So that was yesterday. Diplomacy and tact go a long way. If you want to get the public's attention, be a class act instead of a crass act. And also, if you speak fluent passive aggressive during this transit, you might turn off a few folks who could benefit your business. Don't play that. You want to be extra cautious with that cloak and dagger routine when Mercury stations retrograde next month on September 9th. If you're in gaslight mode or acting the business bitch, knock it off. Again, that is the way Teresa phrased it, not me, but I appreciate the direct kind of communication. And then finally, changing up your daily routines with the new moon in Virgo on the 27th. So that will be tomorrow. This is a marvelous new nation for updating your schedule, cleaning up your act, and creating divine order in your business. Wow. So not only is the sun in Virgo, the new moon will be in Virgo on the 27th. It's also super fab for setting intentions around responsibility, organization, and editing projects. And learn how to set intentions with New Moon Astrology by Jan Spiller. So that is the overall cosmic stuff that's going on for this week, the week of August 22nd to August 28th. So any questions so far before we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? That's a lot. That's a lot. That is a whole lot. Oh, and let me go ahead and show the link in case you want to get a subscription of your very own to the AstroBiz Digest. I would highly, highly recommend it. And the reason why I give the astrology from this for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is because I don't want to give away the entire farm. That would not be cool of me. And yeah, I want to be able to direct you towards Teresa Reed's good work. So thetarotlady.com/AstroBiz Digest, like what is being displayed here on screen in my lower third. Please subscribe. $99 for the year is really a great deal for the amount of information that you're getting. So Sophia says, all good. Okay, so we will continue. And I'm going to go ahead and show this, hide this, show my entire face for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's go. So Friday, the moon is void all day. In my opinion, this is the right time for a long weekend. But if you must work, focus on tying up loose ends. Avoid starting anything new. It will most likely fall flat. Once the moon enters Virgo at 8:25 p.m., you'll be ready to roll up your sleeves and get to work. And that is 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that can wait until the weekend, if you insist on working, that is. Today, Friday, August 26th, is a power day for Leo and a weekday for Aquarius. So moving on to Saturday and Sunday. Saturday finds Venus and the moon tangled up in a square with Uranus and the sun duking it out with Mars. What does that mean? The energy is explosive, unpredictable, and tense. You'll want to take it easy all day long. If you need to do something, focus on decluttering your office. Also, set intentions around order, organization, and well-being at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when the new moon arrives. Other than that, take it easy. Sunday starts on a good note with the moon trines Uranus at 8:47 a.m. It's terrific for PR. Rise and grind. The afternoon turns everything icky, starting with Venus opposing Saturn at 2:27 p.m. It goes downhill further with a Moon-Neptune opposition and La Luna stationing void later. In a nutshell, do not bother once those Astro shenanigans kick in. The rest of the day is better for leisurely dinners with the fam or a me day sitting by the pool with a margarita. Both days are power days for Virgo and weekdays for Pisces. That's actually very interesting that Teresa says this because my sister has been trying to get us over to the pool before it closes for the season. So we might do exactly that this weekend. So it sounds like the astrology is pretty aligned with that idea. So I might run with that idea. So Before we wrap up the astrology and move into the main topic of tonight's episode, I'd love to open the floor and give you some more astrology. If Friday, Saturday, and Sunday isn't enough for you, and you might have had like a weird Monday or a weird Tuesday, please let me know in the chat, and I will take a look at the AstroBiz Digest really briefly. Again, not giving away the farm, but taking a look to see if maybe there was an astrological reason for the weirdness or the goodness or whatever, because we don't want to use astrology as an excuse. We want to be prepared, not scared, empowered, not disempowered. So, or also understand, like, why was that way? And maybe the next time that kind of transit rolls in with my own personal natal chart, maybe I can do better next time at navigating it. So let's give that a moment to percolate. And if there isn't any questions or going back to specific days this past week, then we will move right into talking about past episodes from the last 3 years of this live stream. I can't believe it. Absolute condensation on here too. It's like my wine glass is sweating, my water bottle is sweating. My water bottle is also, by the way, glass as well. This is from Water Drop. And Hilary is also sweating profusely. I'm condensating. It's warm in here. And I've been trying to fight putting in the air conditioner into this window right here. We have a stand-up air conditioner, kind of like technically a portable air conditioner. It's on wheels. But I would still need to put a shield into the window to let off any of the warm air through like this exhaust pipe that it's attached to it. We've been trying really hard to not put it in the window to, I don't know, conserve energy or electricity, and also so that we didn't have to like completely take it out in preparation for going away on vacation. But now that we're back from vacation, I don't know. Maybe we just have to bite the bullet and have this be one of the errands that we do this weekend. Even though discussing the astrology just now, maybe I don't want to cause a fight by doing that, because sometimes we will snap at each other when we're trying to do something like that, which requires both of us. I don't want to test the combustibility of this weekend since it's already pretty combustible. So, Katie is here. Evening, I'm just going to get organized this weekend. It sounds like a good plan. I think that sounds like an excellent plan. Also, speaking of that, Gala Darling just released a new podcast episode on getting organized. And she is like a consummate Virgo. Now we are not just our sun sign, but sometimes with certain sun signs, it's just like, yeah, I can see it. Like me, I'm a consummate Aries. Like I'm very Aries. I think most of you that have been watching this live stream for a while now know that about me, but like I'm just not even it's just like, are you an Aries? Yes, very much so. But so Gala is very much a Virgo, and she sent out a new podcast episode. I think it was today, that was all about getting organized and cleaning up with a Virgo. So let me try and find it. It's both a podcast episode and a visual episode too. So visual podcast, I think she's calling it. You might as well just call it what it is, which is a vlog. Yes, she just released it. Gala Loves Everything, number 43, How to Organize Your Entire Life. Hold on. cute. Yeah, Gala loves everything. How to organize your entire life. It's Virgo season, baby. Yeah. let me see if I can share it here. Hold, please. Okay. So, in honor of that, push that to staging. I still had the video of the Stoker geyser going off from last week's episode, so that was fun. We might want to watch that again. Who knows? So, did I press play over here?
Hello, Gordon, and welcome to another episode of Gala Loves Everything. And it is officially Virgo season. And as a card-carrying Virgo, September 13th to be precise, I have some deep, meaningful thoughts about what you should be doing to organize your life. And I've got my matcha here. I've got my notebooks and journals at the ready next to me to show you. I've got bullet points in front of me. We are really going to get into it today. So please get yourself a bottle of water, grab yourself a pen and some paper. We are going to go into this. And this is something I get asked about all the time. How do you organize your life? How do you get things done, etc.? So I'm going to give you as much intel as I possibly can on this very important subject. And look, some people do not nerd out over organization. They do not get excited about going to a stationery store or an art supply store. Those are not my people. Like, I love that. Anything that is like tactile, give me some paper, give me a great pen, give me some kind of organizational system, and I am in heaven, and I've always been that way. So as someone who has experimented with many systems over the years, done lots of like different types of organizing, and who has now found a system that really, really works, and I'm also someone who is massively productive, I get a lot of things done, I think I'm quite well equipped to tell you all about it.
She is. She's an expert on being a Virgo, an organized Virgo. So, anyway, if you want to take a look at that, or take a look at that episode, or listen to that podcast episode, I believe the name of her podcast is Gala Loves Everything. It is on Spotify. It is on Apple Podcasts. It's on pretty much any podcast platform. So search for it, enjoy. I'm sure you'll get a lot out of that episode, and it goes right along with your getting organized weekend, because it is Virgo season, baby. I mean, sun is in Virgo, and then tomorrow's new moon is also going to be in Virgo. So it's like perfect time for you to get organized. And we have greetings to Katie from Sophia going on in the chat, which I love. And this is also a reason why I'm just like, I love the live. I love the live experience, y'all. Okay, so any takers on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, anything weird to go back to in the astrology before we move on to favorite episodes? Oh. And Katie says, hi, Sophia, just found my glasses. I'm so disorganized. Well, don't keep on telling yourself that, because then it turns into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Say, like, I'm not organized yet. Like, reframe it in some way, shape, or form so that, you're not continuing to perpetuate a story about disorganization that may become a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm sorry that, that whole aspect of being an EFT tapping practitioner and reframing, it's like becomes second nature to me. And yes, Sophia, you're absolutely right. We are a little family here, and I respect that. And I am trying to keep that circle of protection around the little family that we are building and are continuing to build here with these live stream episodes. And that is part of the reason why one of the episodes that is my favorite, because it's not my favorite, is on this list. that I've cultivated. But I do want to know what your favorite episodes have been. So, and Sophia says, I love to see it. Yeah. And Katie says, I'm going to find that podcast. Yes, I am getting organized. Yes, you are getting organized. Exactly. Tap on that shit. I am organized, or I am getting there. And, just because I have been disorganized in the past and I couldn't put my finger on the exact pile for the exact thing that I need, I still love and accept and forgive myself, because that was the past and I am moving into a better present where I am more organized. Ta-da. Some verbiage for you to try out if you do decide to tap on that. Okay. Ooh, hold on one second here. Getting notifications. Oh, notifications that I'm live. Yes, I'm very aware that I'm live right now. Thank you. Okay, so opening up the floor to you guys. So I do see that we have some, longtime viewers here. I do see that we have some new people here too. And if you are a new viewer, please drop your name and where you're tuning in from into the chat so we can welcome you properly. But some of our loyal viewers, please go ahead, start to drop some of your favorite episodes before I start to drop my favorite episodes, because I definitely have my favorites. I definitely have my favorites. I do play favorites with my episodes of this live stream. I can't help it. Katie says, thank you. I will use those words. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Otherwise, I'm going to, I hate dead air. And this is also the reason why I love the concept of the live. And I want to get into a couple of, favorite episodes before we move into the compelling reason to watch live, which is the mid-episode reading. So remember, stay tuned for the mid-episode reading, because you can win a chance to get a reading from me, 3-card reading right now on this broadcast. So Kay Weezy Jones is new and from Vicksburg, Mississippi. So welcome to the broadcast. I'm so glad to see you're here. And Sophia says hello and welcome to you. And Kay Weezy says, can I have a reading from you? Yes, you can. You might be able to win one when we get into the mid-reading mid-episode reading. So give it a couple of minutes, stay tuned, and I will tell you the rules to be submitted to win a free reading from me, 3 cards right here in the broadcast. So stick around, KWC. Glad to have you here. Okay. I want to talk about, so what I was saying before about, I'll just jump in it. There was some memorable episodes. I made myself a little bit of a list, and I did go through the episodes that we've done before. And I think we're almost at 100. I don't know. I didn't keep track, and I don't feel like counting. But I think we have to be over 100 episodes at this point. But one of the episodes that caught my eye when I was looking back for memorable episodes, because many of them have been memorable. Some of them have been memorable for not so great reasons, but this is one of the ones that was memorable to me for a not so great reason. And I don't know if I even put it up on the tube of you, because I was just so sad about it. So it was the Crystals episode, and it was take 4. I'm not even joking with you. It took me 4 tries to be able to get this episode to a point where the comments didn't, I ran the episode instead of the comments running the episode. So yeah, what I wrote, I was just I can't even find it. I found it on the Book of Face watch, or the videos section. But if memory serves, I had to keep restarting the episode for technical issues. And then also there were so many like not spammers, but just assholes. Like just people with like too much free time on their hands, and they decided like, oh, this person's going live. Let's just be an asshole to this random stranger on the internet. Um, there were so many spammers saying so many unkind things in the comments that eventually I just had to stop the episode. It was about, I got like 30 minutes of episode in there. And so I just stopped the episode and I said, I'm going to try this again next week. And then I never went back to that particular topic. So I think the fourth time I was able to eke out a half an hour episode. And then as I stopped recording, I had a nice big cry over this episode. And if some of you were around for that particular episode, like, let me know. I think Dina was there. I think Crystal was there. Someone else. But it was awful. There were spammers, and then there were people saying like really unkind things about my appearance, especially my forehead. They were calling me a 5-head. And it's just like, listen, you fuckers. Like, I know that I have a big forehead. You don't have to point it out to me. Like, yeah, I've got a big forehead, but so does Christina Ricci, and so does Drew Barrymore. So like, but it was like really helpful for me to have that kind of episode. And this episode happened maybe in, I don't know, it might have been the first year that I was broadcasting or the second, but I was still very like hung up on spammers and comments and just getting sucked into like mean shit. And now I feel much more confident where it's just like, I don't give those comments credence if they do come into the broadcast. I will go back and ban certain names from the broadcast, depending on where I see it, whether it's on the Tube of You or the Book of Face. But it was a real lesson to me to not take those kind of comments to heart, because I know who I am and I know what this live stream can do for people and help people. And that's the name of the game for me. Like the kind of people that were putting unkind comments into the chat, like they're not my people, and that's fine. And that's great. And it was a really great learning lesson for me to be a better live streamer, to be a better person, to be a more kind person, but also take no shit. Boundaries as well, which we will get into when we talk about favorite episodes too. So Katie says that was the episode that I left. I gave up because it was just too horrible. Yeah, and I think you and I both chatted about that. You private messaged me afterwards, and like I was literally, just to let you know, I was in tears, and I was just so grateful that you messaged me and said, like, that was not you. I don't know what it was, but like, you're great. Like, you're doing a great job. Like, that was awful. You know, like, don't take it so much to heart. And, you know, like it's hard. It's hard to not take those kind of episodes to heart. But I have taken it to heart in a different way, to know how to do better, to know how to be better, and to also like not give a fuck about those kind of people, because it's just like those kind of people just want to watch the world burn. So again, Katie, thank you for being around for all of these episodes, and thank you for reaching out to me after that particularly awful episode, because I really appreciated it. And it's just like, that just shows like, hey, we're humans. You know, we're human behind this camera. Like, I am flesh and blood. If you prick me, I will bleed. You know, like I'm a human being too. Like, the computer screen doesn't absolve you from being a shitty person to other people. It just doesn't. Like, be a good person, no matter what your interaction is, whether it's through the internet or in person. Like, just smile, just be a good person. Just like, I guess it's really hard for some people to do that though. Katie says, I couldn't cope with the comments either. Yeah, neither could I. And Sophia says, that's before my time. That's awful. Oh, Sophia, I could send you the link. I could send you the link right now to some of the, like, it was bad. And also it's a lesson for you too. Like, I hope that never happens to you, but you know, if it does, maybe it'll give you a little bit of pluck and a little bit of grace to be like, okay, here's how Hilary dealt with it. Like not necessarily deal with it in the same way as me, but like just know that you don't have to put up with that kind of shit. You don't. You really don't. Katie said, I did, and I was so impressed with your performance. You appeared to hold it together. Oh, yes, behind this. See, this is what I was talking about with the description. Like, you're going to find out some behind-the-scenes stuff behind the popular episodes. And yeah, I had a nice big cry afterwards. And like Mr. Tarot by Hilary was just like, what's the matter? Like, what happened? And I was just like, they called me a 5-head. It was like absolutely over. And he was just like, what's a 5-head? And I'm just like, you do have a big forehead. Like, the kind of basically, I know it's a little bit of a stereotypical, but it was just like being able to translate through like crying girlfriend or crying wife language. Yeah, I was just like, and I was like snotty and my face puffed up. It was really, really bad. But sometimes you do have to have a good cry. So, oh, Orca Arrow is here. Hi, so nice to see you. Sadly, people suck and they can use the internet to be mean. Yes. Correct. You are correct. And it was just like, I don't know. I mean, it was definitely, it had to have been after February, March of 2020, because, like it was definitely when we were in like the throes of like the main time of the pandemic where people were behind the screens, like interacting with people on their computer primarily. No one was going anywhere. Everyone was stir crazy and locked in their houses, and just people decided to be assholes, and targeted me for no reason other than the fact like, oh, this person's live streaming right now. Let's go be an asshole. So I can see that in retrospect now, but like at the time it was really, really hurtful. Aw, Sophia says, the consummate professional. Thank you so much. I don't feel like that half the time, but thank you. And it was not visible. Well, thank you. Ta-da. Sometimes like you do have to fake it before you make it. And sometimes it is a little bit of like, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. But also it's just like, you also can admit when something hurts your feelings or makes you feel bad. And I can like kind of laugh about it now, but at the time it was just not funny. And that's part of the reason why I put it at like the top of my list for episodes that I wanted to mention during this celebratory episode, because it was something that I learned from a lot. That particular episode, how it didn't go well, the awful mean comments that people said to me, and just learning how to deal with that, and learning how to deal with being a public figure in some way, shape, or form. And I'm sure that I'm going to have to deal with this more in about 3 months' time when my book is finally released, and that I'm a first-time author. I'm sure this is going to come up again for me, but at the very least, I have that experience under my belt where it's just like, listen, my tarot book's not for everyone. I'm not for everybody. These live streams are not for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. So, anybody else have a suggestion for an episode that they particularly liked? Before we move into the mid-episode live stream reading opportunity, whatever the hell it is, because this is the first time. This is the first time we're doing it. So, for example, K-Weezy, this is the first time we're doing it. So, like, you tuned in or you started tuning in at a really great time. So, Orca Arrow says, looking forward to your book. Love the CC podcast that I've heard. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We just released another episode. So like I was talking to Sophia or saying to Sophia before, it's been been a very busy day. We released another episode of the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast. Find it wherever you subscribe to your podcast. Again, Card Slingers is all one word, coast to coast. You can find it wherever you subscribe to your podcasts. So which one did we release today? I think it was episode 62, if I'm remembering correctly, where we're talking again about the What to Charge series of episodes. And I think it's the Journeyman episode that we released today. And again, Card Slingers Coast to Coast is our publishing schedule for new episodes is every second and fourth Friday. And for my own standalone podcast, the Tarot by Hilary podcast, it's every Friday. I publish a new episode every Friday, except of course in the 3 weeks that I was gone on vacation. But like I am making it so. So that episode that I recorded today was actually a listener request from my husband, which surprised the hell out of me. He asked such a good question. And I think it was because he witnessed me doing readings last Saturday at the Decadent Ales night market from a distance, because it started off very slow. And so he was kind of like hanging around my table. And then I'm just like, shoo, like get like, you're not helping right now. People, like, I started to see people like circling, like interested. And I'm just like go, like, you're not helping right now. Like, I think people want readings. I'm like, yeah, come sit down. Yes. Yeah. It's 15 minutes. Yeah. And then he went off. And I was busy from like 5:30 p.m. till I think my last reading was like at 9:15. So I was really, really busy for that. But then he was like kind of looking to see like how I had structured things. And he saw that I had 3 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks on my table, and I was allowing people to pick. And then he was just like, well, how do you determine which decks you're going to bring with you, or what deck to use with a client if the client doesn't choose? Basically, that was like the gist of his question. I'm just like, oh my God, like these are great questions. I'm like, okay, because I was like kind of saying this morning, I have to publish an episode today. Like, I made a promise. I put it publicly on my website. I drop these episodes every Friday. I need a topic. And he was just like, well, I want to know this. And I'm like, oh my God, are you starting to pay attention to my business now? Not that he doesn't not that he doesn't respect my business. He does, but I think that he has gotten to a new level of respect for my business when he saw people coming over my table, when he saw how busy I was. And then also when he started to hear people's experiences of me reading for them while he was just sitting being a customer. So that was very, very cool. But anyway, new episode of the Tarot by Hilary podcast today about like, how do you choose what deck to use? So it's about a 17-minute episode. So like, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, or do the dishes while you're listening to it. And I would really love to know what you think. And if you want to give me feedback, there is a like listener line, like you can leave a voice message. Let me see if I can find that link. Give me a second. And I produce my podcast, my standalone podcast, through Anchor, which is like, I think it's Spotify affiliated. And then the Card Slingers Coast to Coast we do through Podbean. Let's see, public site. Listen on Spotify. Did it not post? Thank you. Okay. For a second there, I got really nervous because I'm just like, wait, did it not post? Did it not? I just had to refresh. I was going to be really annoyed. Let's see. don't want to play that. I want to go to the specific episode page because it has show notes and everything. Sorry, give me one more second here. No, I don't need that. I think if I try to do, hold on, let's see. Public site. I think it's just voice message at the end. That didn't work. Can't find it. If one of you guys can look for that, that would be great. Your episode. This is a new episodes. Podcasts. Hello. I do know what, like, I love how you guys are saying I'm a consummate professional and then I can't find what I need. Yeah, send in a voice message, anchor.fm message. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Leave the voice out and just put message. There it is. Let me see if this works before I put it in the, yes, it does. Cool. Whew. All right. Okay. I will put that into the chat. Yes. So, oh my God, Katie, really? My book finally showed up on Amazon Australia, so I got to pre-order. Yay! Thank you so much, Katie. And for those of you who are wondering, like, wait a minute, this chick has a book or has a book coming out? Yes. November 22nd, 2022, the release of How to Read Tarot by Flame Tree, produced or published by Flame Tree Publishing. Words by me. Is out, released into the world. And if you want more information about that, just tarotbyhilary.com/book. And you can find all the information right there, including how to order from Amazon, IndieBound, or Barnes & Noble, or wherever you get your books from. So Orca Arrow says, yes, correct, number 62 of the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast. Sophia said about my husband, shoo, you're scaring the public. LOL, that's true. Sophia says, I always have to shoo. I have to always shoo my friends. Yeah. I mean, that is the downside of being like a tarot reader at a public event. It's just like guys, go, like, and also, Mr. Tarot by Hilary commented, since it was at a brewery, he thought that it was like kind of quiet for the first couple of hours because people hadn't drank enough of the liquid courage to sit down and get a reading from me. And by the way, like none of the people that I read for on Saturday were drunk. They might have been they could have been tipsy, but like I didn't get that sense. And also if I saw that they were, I wouldn't have given the reading or been like, here's my card. You know, it's not that I don't want to read from you, but like a reading at this time probably won't be great because you won't remember any of it. So don't waste your money. I don't want you to waste your money. Go ahead and contact me for a reading when you're ready. Again, that's something that you learn just through time and experience. You kind of get a gist of it or get the hang of that. So yeah, but like all of like a little, like they had like a beer or they had a glass of wine and then they were just like, okay, you know, like I think I'm ready. And one person tipped me like the full amount of a reading too. They paid me for the reading and then they tipped me on top of that another like $25. So that was really, really cool. But I also had that sense of like this is a good reading. Like this was like not that I didn't give bad readings in the event. I don't think I gave a bad reading to any person at the event, but I feel like there were certain readings that were just like, ba 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 ba, like ticker tape, like, oh, it's all coming at once, and it's just like bam, 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 and like complete certainty that like that was the reading for them at that particular time, and they needed to hear that. So that was really cool too. Anyway, so Orca Arrow says, on my fair tables, I have 3 decks displayed and usually have 3 to 5 more under the table. Yeah, I mean, like I definitely brought more tarot decks that was in my bag. Like I overpacked for sure. But for some reason, like I had pulled the 3 decks that I chose to go with, and then the 2 Oracle decks that I chose to go with. And then I had my like little vintage petite Lenormand on the table as well in its pouch, and I never had to go to the Lenormand. Like the tarot was very fucking clear the entire time, so I didn't have to go to the Lenormand to clarify. I maybe pulled a few like clarifying cards of the tarot, but it was just like I kind of made a deal with my decks. I was just like, listen, guys, like we're at an event. You know, it's basically first impressions. You know, like I got to get in and out and be accurate and, you know, like turn it around. So like, please be clear for me, be clear for my clients. And sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, guys, it's like pulling teeth or pulling taffy. Like, come on, you know? And then there are some events where it's just like, it's really easy. And that event, like that was not to say that my work is easy, but just like that particular event, it was very like in flow, which I appreciated. Whew. And then I stayed up until 2 in the morning, like completely wired in my bed. Like, yeah. And I never know how I'm going to be after an event. I might be completely like dog-eared tired, or I'm completely wired. And there's no in-betweens either. It was just fun. So if you were looking to leave me a voicemail to be used in a continuing or a future Tarot by Hilary podcast episode, this is the link to do so. Anchor.fm/Hilary Perry Haggerty /message. So feel free to listen to those episodes. And if you have a question that you would like me to answer in a podcast episode, you can use that line as well. Also to provide your feedback for past episodes too. And be kind, please. Thank you. So Sophia says, buy one for you, mom, grandma, your mailman, your cat. Sophia also says, reading for drunk friends is fun. Reading for drunk strangers is awful. Yeah, especially when they spill on your cards, on your deck, on your beautiful silk tablecloth. Sucks. And I had 2 tablecloths at that event. I had my beautiful silk one that was from Ciro Marchetti, had his imagery on it, which is beautiful. And then I had the Wild Unknown Spirit cloth on the other end. So one person put their glass right on top of the silk tablecloth, and I'm just like, because there was literally enough table to not put it on the tablecloth. They could have put it on the table itself and it would have been fine. It was a plastic table. No one would have cried about it. And like, condensation ring on my silk tablecloth. But I mean, this is what happens when you do events. You really need to be very careful about what you bring to your events. Anyway, Sophia says, I have plastic cards for those occasions. Drunk folk love mood tarot. And how dare. Yeah, I know. All right. So anybody else have their favorite episodes? And like, think of it. There's a lot to choose from. For those of you who have been viewers for a really long time, like I would love your feedback for what your favorite episodes have been. But I'm going to go ahead and let's do it. It's time. It's time for the raffle. It is time for the mid-episode reading. So let me scroll back up and get these comments here. Like Kay Weezy, if you're still with us, now is the freaking time. Please drop the word party into the chat to be considered for a 3-card reading right freaking now. And we are going to go to the picker wheel and spin the wheel. And this is the most diplomatic way to do it. I also have my water here with me too. So like, please know I am not drunk right now. I'm not even close to tipsy right now. All right. Kay Weezy is in. And Katie is in, and Orca Arrow is in, and Sophia is in. So let me catch up a little bit. Continue to put the word party in there if you haven't already. You'll be submitted for one chance to win. So let's see. Vote, please. Actually, let me just move the picker wheel over to here. That'll work. Actually, hold on. I think we already have Sophia and Katie in here from the last time. Katie, Sophia, Orca, Arrow, Kay Weezy. Okay. Yes, I've got you already, Kay Weezy. So we have Sophia, Orca Arrow, Katie, and Kay Weezy. All right. Good. Hold on. Let me pop that back in. All right. I'm going to give it another minute for people to be able to participate. So if you are wanting to be considered for a live reading, drop the word party into the chat if you have not already. I have already gotten Sophia, Orca Arrow, Katie, and Kay Weezy in there. Let me do the countdown widget. Winner selected in a minute. All right, let's see if I can do this big. So like, now is the time. Stop doing that. I didn't mean to make it full screen there. Let me switch over here and also grab my reflective Rider-Waite tarot as well for this particular reading. So you have 25 seconds to get in on this before I close it off and we select a winner and I give the reading. Okay. So for those of you who are in the running, which is Sophia, Orca Arrow, Katie, and Kay Weezy, please think of a question that you would like an answer to or a situation that you want clarification on. If you can't think of either of those two things, just what do I most need to know right now would be an excellent question. All right. Let me go get my deck and then we're going to select a winner, okay? Okay, I'm back. Whew, it is so warm in here. I know I keep on saying that, but I'm going to keep on saying it. It's warm. Okay, I have here the Reflective Tarot, which is based on the Radiant Rider-Waite Smith Tarot, which is more of a traditional classic kind of deck, except it's shiny, which is fun. And then I'll also pull one card from the Super Attractor Affirmation deck afterwards too. But first of all, we need to find a winner. We need to choose a winner. So let us do the picker. Hold on. Let me hide this and let me show the picker wheel. So we have Katie, Sophia, Orca Arrow, and Kay Weezy in the running here. I'm going to go and hide that sidebar and I'm going to show the tab. So share screen, share tab, and that audio. All right. Can people see that? Hopefully they can. I'm going to go ahead and hide my lower third. All right. Everybody ready? Give me a hell yeah in the chats and I will spin the wheel. And good luck to everyone participating. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And hell yeah. All right, cool. Let's do this. I think I have to go over to the picker wheel too. Orca Arrow is the winner of the first of the mid-episode readings. So you will be getting a 3-card reading from me right freaking now. So KBZ, thank you for participating. Katie, Sophia, thank you for participating. If you want to be enrolled for a chance to win next week, you're just going to have to show up live next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we do the next episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. But I really appreciate y'all rolling with it. And Orca Arrow, please go ahead and put your question into the chat. A part of this is that you do get the reading and it is public. So if you would like a private reading with me where you don't have to like air your business out, you can feel free to schedule a one at tarotbyhilary.com. Yes, it is for pay. Yes, you do have to pay me to read your cards, but that is just the nature of the beast. I can't do all of the readings for free. That just would not be fair. So please, if you would like a reading with me, go to tarotbyhilary.com and book whatever session you want to book and whatever date and time you want to book. I am here for you. So let me go ahead and hide this. Come on. Hit the pen. So Orca Arrow, please go ahead and put your question into the chat. Whether it's a question that you want an answer to, a situation that you want clarification on. And if you can't think of either of those two things, just what do I most need to know right now or here right now? So that comment's going to pop up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. So, let me stop sharing the picker wheel. I love that picker wheel. I love the spinning sound. And Bob is your name. So Bob, this reading is for you. Sometimes I just have to go by handles, but Bob, thank you for letting me know your name. It is helpful when doing the reading because sometimes we need the name and the question in order to get in. Hold on. So let me take it out of this box, shuffle a few times, and you will get a 3-card reading. And I will show you the I will show you the reading. Each of the cards I will hold up as I'm reading them, give you kind of a summation, and then we're going to pull an affirmation card from the Super Attractor deck to complete your reading. So this is also a great way for people to see how I read in a public space, in order to kind of get a preview of like how I read if you were to book a reading with me. So, and you know, different strokes for different folks. Like I was saying before, I'm not for everybody, and I know that. You're not for everybody either, and I hope you know that too. If you were pliable or malleable for every single situation and every person, you would probably be very boring and probably be not living the life that you were meant to live. So, okay. Bob, what do you most need to hear right now from the tarot? Okay. 3 cards. All right. It's interesting because I'm getting all reversals for you. Now, reversals are not necessarily bad things. They just mean where the energy is, whether you're in the driver's seat or whether you're the observer, whether you're assertive or passive. So you do have 3 out of 3 cards are coming up reversed for you. So it may be a time to be passive or be observant before making a move. So first card you have is the Justice card coming up reversed. Again, this is the reflective tarot. So you got a little bit of a rainbow shine on these, but they are basically a traditional tarot deck. So with the Justice card coming up reversed, to me, and you do have 2 out of the 3 cards are major arcana cards. So this may be a sit up and pay attention kind of reading for you at this moment. Justice reversed to me has this taste of needing to find balance, but also having this not necessarily like legal ease feeling to it, but it does have the sword. It does have the scales. It has this sense of what am I allowing into my life that is causing an imbalance there? How do I need to compartmentalize in such a way that I can bring myself back into better balance? And does that need to be something that I have to put on the books of my own life? Do I need to put it in writing? Do I need to be really firm about it? Do I need to, you know, like, let me know if this doesn't make sense to you. But it does feel a little bit about like rules and regulations and creating your own rules for your life that allow you to be freer and also not constricting. You know, it's just like, who is writing the rules for your life right now? Because with the Justice card being reversed, it doesn't feel like it's you. It feels like you are stepping to another person's rhythm without being able to really have the freedom to follow your own motivations and your own intuition at this time. So that's the first card. You also have the Nine of Cups coming up reversed. So this is a card, when upright, it's usually the Little Wishes card. It's almost like a little star card of the tarot. But for Nine of Cups to be reversed, it's kind of like, what are you getting out of your life right now? What are you like? What gratification or reward are you getting right now in your life, in your situations, in your relationships, in your job, in your career, in your health? It's like a very big kind of, like, it's a minor arcana card, but it's sandwiched in between 2 major arcana cards. So it's just like, I feel like it's such a small tweak to get there. As long as you start putting yourself first in the little things, you may be able to start putting yourself first in the bigger things. Okay, cool. And then finally, you do have the Strength card coming up reversed. I hate the Strength card when it's reversed. I hate the Strength card in general because it has that tendency of like, hang in there, kitten. Like everything's gonna be okay if you just hang in there. And it's just like, like I hate this card because it's just like telling you to have strength or have fortitude, like you have more to give, you have deeper in you to go to be able to pull out your core of strength and that your motivation. So it's like an annoying card, but it is possible to be able to do that if you make small tweaks towards your own wishes and desires, because it does really feel like this entire reading, Justice reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, Strength card reversed. It's like, who do you keep on putting first before your little wishes, your desires, your dreams? And how can you start to take that back? In a way that's both kind, but also kind to yourself as well. It feels like you've just been putting yourself on the back burner for a while. So stop doing that. Start to put yourself first. Any part of this reading doesn't make sense to you right now, Bob, let me know. So we have a thank you, and that makes sense to me. But that was before I gave the last card of Strength reversed. I'm going to go ahead while waiting for your confirmation. Pull your Super Attractor card. By the way, I did pull a card of the day today. I just didn't get around to posting it. But today's card of the day for the collective from the Super Attractor deck is I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. So that's the general Super Attractor card for today. Bob's card is, hold on. Bob's card is, really pretty. And one that I haven't seen before or come across before yet while working with the Super Attractor affirmations deck is, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Once again, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. So, wow. And I think this is also like, again, like the affirmations deck, it's just like there's no book to go to. Like it is what it is. There's no companion book that I can go to give you more information about that. But my sense is when you start to put yourself first and start to push your wishes and dreams first, you will start to, your intuition will really start to kick in more. And you will be able to receive more magnificent guidance of the next right step for you. Bob says, this makes sense. I appreciate you and your talents, and a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate it too. And thank you for being the winner of the first mid-episode reading. That was awesome. I liked it a lot. I hope you guys liked it a lot. Now back to your regularly scheduled episode of favorite episodes from the past 3 years of live streaming. You guys had a little bit of a break. I talked about the crystals episode and, basically what I learned from that particular episode. So now it's your turn. Katie says the Super Attractor deck is so lovely. It really is. It really is. I promise I will get back to tarot decks for the month of September. And, Sophia is to blame for the next deck. I don't know what the LOL was for, but okay. That is a good card. It really is. It really is. And oh no, by the way, just checked your podcast. It doesn't have today's. Really? Really? It doesn't have where? Which platform, Katie? Let me know. Let me know with which platform, because it may take a little while because it's Anchor. It posts to Spotify right away, but it might take a while to post to other podcast platforms. So just let me know and I'll look into it. Orca Arrow, Bob says, at Card Slingers, you've read a few emails about me doubting my intuition. I'm pointing and laughing at you, but this is your proof right here, baby. Sophia says, I didn't see it on Apple Podcasts. Yeah, that's because it's one of the, it's based through Anchor, which is Spotify. So Spotify gets it right away. And then the other platforms, it takes a little while to show up there. But thank you for letting me know. If it's not up there by tomorrow, I will take a look and see if I can post those things manually to those platforms. But thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so Sophia's to blame for the next deck, for the deck of the month for the month of September, which is currently Winging My Way. Winging My Way should be here. Oh gosh, let me look. Probably by this weekend. Probably by the end of this weekend, if not like next week, early next week. Really looking forward to it. So, Katie says, I use Google Podcasts, but it's usually is pretty on time. I shall check tomorrow. Yeah, take a look, and if it's still not there, I don't know. Maybe look at it on Spotify, or you can listen to it on the website itself. It's anchor.fm /Hilary-Perry-Haggerty, and you should be able to listen to all episodes through there too. I know it's probably less convenient, but you know, if you really want to listen to it tonight, like that'll just be how it is. Sophia said, I was just about to ask if it came in. No, my shoes came in. My new shoes came in, but my card deck has not come in yet. But I did get a message from him saying that it was sent out last weekend. So yeah, can't wait. All right, can we talk about past favorite episodes, or am I to assume people didn't like the past episodes, or I can give my hypothesis about favorite episodes? Okay. So while I'm waiting for your participation, some of my favorite episodes have been, I think, what I consider to be the first episode of this live stream 3 years ago as of August 31st, which was the New Moon in Virgo workshop and tarot reading. So I did some tarot readings in that episode, and I'm going to have to clear my decks. Oh, good. And Sophia is participating. Let me let that pop. I felt called out by the altars one, just to let you know. I know that you love the altars one, but I felt called out on the altars one because my altar is very messy. It just is very messy. And, you know, it kind of forced me to clean my altar and give love to my altar and, you know, let you all know to give respect to your altars when you're creating them. Whether it's the first time you created an altar or whether you were revisiting your seasonal altar and tweaking it for the season or the Sabbath, or, you know, the high holiday, whatever, mostly the season. And I did enjoy the Sabbath series too, especially feedback that I had gotten from someone that tuned in that really wasn't deity centered in their focus, but still wanted to know, like, can I still make a, you know, Samhain altar, or can I still make an Ostar altar without having you know, a centered deity focus? And I said, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. And also a really good book that gives kind of like secular ways of celebrating is Gabby Herstick's book, Inner Witch, all otherwise known as Craft in the UK, where she has information for the 8 Sabbats of the year, the wheel of the year, and how you can celebrate both ritualistically and deity-centered and non-deity-centered. It's a really great book to put on your reading list if you haven't already. great reference book. You don't have to read it from cover to cover sequentially in order to benefit from it. You can use it as a reference book. There's another book that I recommend like that, Holistic Tarot by Benabel Wen. I do not expect people to read that book cover to cover. It is more encyclopedic in nature. Very, very helpful to have on your bookshelf. Also, you could kill a yak with that book because it is quite thick. It's hefty. But yeah, the altars episode, I like that one too. Well, and also same with the gear one. Well, you did request that one, Sophia. So unsurprising that you like the episodes that you requested. But yeah, I like the gear one too. Especially emphasizing, the start before you're ready formula, which is use what you've got. Use natural lighting. Like if you're looking to invest in lighting, go with the inexpensive option first before you go whole hog, because you don't know if these expensive tools are going to be something that you even use. Like the ring light. Okay. I broke out my ring light. That is with the 6 foot tall stand. I do have the pouches here, the bags that it goes in right next to me. But that is currently assembled in my kitchen right now on the other side of my apartment, gathering dust, because once again, the light that I'm using is my clamp light that I purchased for $12.99. So don't invest in gear unless you're really meaning to use it. And it's not to say that this gear isn't good. It's just like sometimes you don't really need the fanciest stuff in order to do the things that you need to do. Like right now, I have my clamp light from Socialite. I've got my Ultimate Ears headphones in, wireless, Bluetooth headphones, which I love. And I've got my blue snowball mic that I got from Radio Shack like a million years ago. Like that's what I'm currently like using for my setup. And the camera is through my MacBook Air. So like I don't even have the tools to go on to live stream on Twitch, because my computer right now is not set up for it. It's just not, the OS, I don't think, is compatible with Twitch. It's too old. So, but like, use what you got, be flexible about it, and don't invest in things unless you're really going to use it. So, Katie says, I was thinking from memory of an episode I enjoyed, and it was dreadfully long, but the 5s and the 7s in details is good learning for me. I know it was really, really long. I apologize for that, but it was just like, it was all good information, and I think I put that on there too. The 5s and the 7s of the tarot. I liked that one as well. It was fun. And I mean, like every single 5 and 7 in the tarot is meant to be there. If the 5s and the 7s were meant the exact same thing, then we wouldn't have the 5s and the 7s. We wouldn't have 4 cards, 4 cards of 5s in each of the suits, and we wouldn't have 4 cards of 7s in each of the suits. Because every single card in the 78 cards of a tarot deck has a meaning and a purpose. And what'll really bake your noodle is if you take cards out and then you end up getting the exact same messages that you would have without those cards. Like with those cards, it's just like, it's crazy. Like the message, like you will get the message that you are meant to get, even if you're not playing with a full deck. Sophia says, that's a working altar though. That's how you know you're using it. Yeah, true. Heard a weird noise. I enjoyed the Sabbath ones too, Katie says. Great. That's great. The Sabbath series. Yep. I still need to go back because there's one missing. One missing from the Sabbath series. Maybe I'll get around to doing it this time around. I think I have never done the autumn equinox episode. I'll have to look. I promise I will. If it's the autumn equinox episode, that means I've still got time to do it for this year. I'll have to look though. Zuri says, happy anniversary, Hilary. Thank you so much, Zuri. And let us know if you have any live sales coming up soon. I would love to be able to promote that for you. Katie says, the Halloween one with your book reading of that super cute book. Yes, The Blue-Nosed Witch by Margaret Embry. I promise I will do that every single year on Halloween. I can't not. That's like part of my childhood. And also, funnily enough, I found a copy of The Blue-Nosed Witch in the nearest Little Free library to me. And I freaked the fuck out. I was so excited about it. I was just like, oh my God, look, honey, look, it's The Blue-Nosed Witch. But that particular copy of it didn't have like the blue ink blot that you could do like the flip book on the edges. It didn't have that. So my copy has that. So, but yeah. Yes, the Blue-Nosed, correct, The Blue-Nosed Witch. Sophia said, I've requested a bunch, LOL. Yes, you have. I just don't remember which ones because you've requested so many, which is fine. Dina says, the Five of Swords is stalking me this week. Actually, I think we've done an episode on stalker cards. Maybe not here on this particular live stream, but we have done stalker cards for in the Card Slingers Coast to Coast podcast. I believe it is... I think it's called like Tarot CSI, something like that. So you may want to check out the Card Slingers archives for that to kind of say, what does that mean if this card is stalking me? But I'm sure you also know the reason why the card is stalking you. Tarot spells was a good one too. Yeah, that's one of my signature classes, tarot spells. Oh, Jesus, really? Zuri says, I did a daily tarot video on TikTok featuring the Five of Swords today. Oh, good grief. Yeah, you need to watch that episode. You need to watch that episode of Card Slingers. CSI. Tarot CSI, something like that. Yikes. And also watch whichever episode we covered on the fives. That might be helpful. Let's see, what other episodes did I have listed here? Yeah, the New Moon and Virgo workshop and tarot readings. So I feel like that, like I consider that the first real episode of this weekly series. So let me find that and show that. I'm going to take away the, yeah, I can take away that. Hold on. Let me hide this. Yeah, let's do it this way. Question into the group so that I can see it and do your reading for you so that we don't have any delay in time, because unfortunately we have a little bit less than an hour to fit all of this stuff in. Hi. I try to fast forward these, but it doesn't really like work for some reason. But it started playing from where I left off on YouTube. But yeah, that was an episode all about the new moon in Virgo, and using new moon energy and full moon energy and what that means, and when you should use, what you should use the new moon energy for, and what you should use for a full moon energy. So, and that was like really what I consider to be one of my first real live stream episodes. And also I remember still having to experiment with Be Live at that point, because I didn't realize when you schedule an episode, you have to hit live manually. I didn't know that at the time. I thought it would just happen automatically. Nope, it did not. No prompts and everything. Clearly, I've learned how to work with this technology now at this point. So, and also that was back when I had blonde hair. So, Katie says, Card Slingers, episode 33, CSI Tarot, Stalker and Jumper Cards is the podcast episode. Thank you very much, Katie. I was not going to be able to remember that. Oh my God, episode 33. That's like, that is an age ago, because we're on episode 62 now. Holy shnikes. Yeah. Wow, you guys are really loyal. Like, it's kind of creepy, but kind of nice. Tarot CSI, episode 33 of Card Slingers, Coast to Coast Podcast. Like, by the way, we did not record an episode this week, but we decided to introduce Panda to Homestar Runner, Strong Bad Emails, Trogdor, and Come On Fahula Gods. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I'm going to have to introduce you guys to Strong Bad. But this shows my age a little bit. But like, Amanda did not know. So Amanda is our resident artist that created our logo with the faces, and then also you know, the pointing of like the English mustache and everything. The one that I recently posted on the new Card Slingers Coast to Coast official Instagram. That is me behind that Instagram page. It is me and only me. So yeah, if you see weirdness, like, please let me know. But yeah, we were just like, sometimes you just have to have a Zoom session of being silly with each other, and like discussing upcoming episodes, and like not doing a recording, because we're actually in pretty good stead. We're planning episodes into next year now, 2023, which isn't real. Like, that's not a year. What the hell? Anyway. Okay. Zuri says, I lived that 5 of Swords card today. Happy to be moving into the new moon tomorrow and cleanse that vibe. Yes, absolutely. Dina says the Bridget episode was epic. Yeah. I mean, like, oh, Bridget. Like, what can I say about Bridget that I haven't already said? You know, going through the votary work and then deciding to relinquish the votary work, but still be dedicated to her. It was hard. It was a hard decision, but she's still around. You know, she's still my patron goddess. You know, I'm still her girl, without being a votary or in training to be a priestess of hers. And, you know, never say never. I might return to that work, and I might decide that like now's the time. And also I was told like I probably won't have to start from scratch again on that particular work. But still, it's just like she's pretty awesome. You know, and I mean, like, I know people say that about their patron gods or goddesses all the time. You know, I've heard similar things about the Morrigan. I've heard similar things about Pan or Artemis or Athena, or, you know, many of the gods and goddesses. But I appreciate that you think that episode was epic. Thank you. I worked hard on that one. So Katie says, I have got the podcast app open, just helping with the marketing. So there is a reason to get to a year 4 anniversary. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. So Zuri says 8:30 p.m. Eastern, like tonight? Are you doing a live shop tonight? And if so, tell us where. And if so, thank you for pre-showing, using this show as a pre-show for your own. That's great. Dina says, you're making me want to rewatch so many episodes. That's the freaking point, man. And Zuri says, you always get new nuggets of insight from rewatching episodes. Yeah. I mean, like, Sophia and I were just talking about this the other day, where she was just like, you may need to like go back through these episodes and like parse some of these down into little nuggets, or like, oh gosh, repurposing them. And that's actually a part of Molly Mahoney's Prepared Performer show up with video strategy that she's given. That's the whole reason actually that I started this live stream every Friday night. was in order to put into practice the things that I was learning through that program, and about, being confident, because originally it was called camera confidence, being confident on video, being confident on live streams, and actually now preferring to do live streams over pre-recorded videos. Like, I feel very stilted in doing pre-recorded, because I don't have that sense of camaraderie and people listening to me. And I mean, like, there is some degree with that method from Prepared Performer, is the APR method, which is you announce when you're doing this live stream, especially if it's every week. You want to be consistent about it. Then the P is pretend. Like, when you're doing an episode, if there's nobody there, pretend like there is, because there is. Because when people are watching the replay, there's your people. Pretend that there are actually people there. But the P part is where I have a problem. So that's the reason why I'm encouraging people to join the live stream as I'm doing it live. It just makes such a difference. And then the R, which I haven't really been doing, but this is a good sign to do that, is repurpose. Announce, pretend, repurpose. So I can repurpose a lot of this stuff into different chunks or more bite-sized videos and share them in different ways. Share them on the Gram of Insta, share them on the Book of Face, share them on the Tube of You, share them on the Talk of Tick, So, and also find new nuggets of insight. Exactly. Zuri says, I don't plug my own stuff enough, so thank you for reminding me to do that and for asking me to do that. I'm happy to do so. I appreciate you. So it is tonight? Zuri, answer the question. Sell us things. Take my money. Okay. Let me see what other episodes we have here while we're waiting for Zuri to sell us things. Sanctioned selling. I New Moon in Virgo shows you guys that one. You guys mentioned about the 5s and the 7s. I particularly loved all of the boundaries episodes. Every single one of them. I think we've done at least 3 at this point, maybe 2 officially, maybe 1 unofficially, but all of the boundaries episodes, very helpful, not just tarot related, not just metaphysically related. I think boundaries are helpful for everyone because it's stuff that we just weren't taught when we were younger. The bridge spread episode, if you don't like your final outcome card, what do? You use the bridge spread. And you'll have to, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you just have to go back to that episode and find out. The episode on reversals, especially like telling you what I wish someone had told me when I was beginning to read tarot. It's just like, if you don't want to read with reversals, you don't have to read with reversals. And you are still 100% a real tarot reader if you don't read with reversals. Dina says, one podcast I listen to shares timestamps of the video they do at the same time on IG. Yeah, I'm trying to work on that, especially on the Tube of You. They have a feature called like Moments, where you can find the nugget pretty easily and then take that, make it into a timestamp in the comments or the description of the video. And then have like a jump link to it. So I've been trying to do that with more recent episodes. I don't know if I'll be able to go through like all episodes and do that, but recently I've been doing that for more recent episodes and it's been very helpful. Dina says, I knew that boundaries were going to come up. Yep, I need it. I need it as much as you guys do. Bob says, if Zuri is doing a live sales, that's in 11 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes, sorry. Didn't see that until a minute ago. So Zuri, you have to let us know. Like, is it 10 minutes from now? Is it in 10 minutes from now? Because if so, I've got to end this episode so people can go over to your live sales. Okay, right? Tina says, yes, bridge spread is very unique. And I don't know if someone taught it to me or if I just got a download from like an ascended master and was just like, here, just take this. And I tried to give credit. I was just like, Mary Greer, was it you? No, it wasn't me. Thalassa, was it you? No, it wasn't me, but that's an awesome spread. And I'm just like, I know. Teresa, was it you? No, it wasn't me, but it's an awesome spread. I'm like, these guys, are you serious? I cannot figure out who gave that to me. So it might be mine, or it might be, but it doesn't feel like mine. It just feels like I downloaded it. Full piece. Just, here you go. So, and I'm sure people feel like that, right? Where it's just like you get something and you're just like, this doesn't feel like mine. But, yeah. Oh, okay. So it's not tonight, guys. It's not tonight. Live crystal sales Sunday night, 8/28 at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the Tube of You at Yatsuri's shop. Thank you, Zuri. So we don't have to finish it in 10 minutes, but everyone make sure you're tuning in to Zuri's next live crystal sale Sunday night, 8/28, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the Tube of You. Cool. Other episodes. So yeah, the bridge spread, reversals, the birth cards and years cards, which is basically goal setting with the tarot. Your card of the day practice and cultivating a card of the day practice. Tarot for self-love and self-care. Stage cards. I loved that episode because I really didn't know a lot about stage cards either. Let me see if I can share it through here. Hold on. Let me see if I can share it because I found it on the Book of Face, but I didn't find it on the Tube of You. So I don't know if I'll be able to share it. No, not that. Thank you. Media. Upload. That's not what I wanted to do. Might not work. It might work. It might not work. Nah, it doesn't work. Never mind. Remove that source. No, that did not work at all. Zuri says, thank you for sharing that plug. You're very welcome. But yeah, stage cards. That was very interesting. The 13 stage cards and what they could mean and how it could change your reading. That was an interesting episode to do. Let's see what else. Oh, this one is jarring, but this is the first anniversary episode, air date September 18th of 2020. And the reason why it was so jarring for me was because I had a completely different hair color. Okay. I had fake eyelashes, full face of makeup, contacts in as well. Hold on. Let me see what I wrote. Yeah. Purple hair, contacts, full makeup, and magnetic eyelashes. So let's see what 2020 Hilary looked like. Yeah, that's me. I know. Yes. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they will tell the church. So let's press play on this. See where I'm at. Oh, this is, I was going to, if I'm wrong, or stop me if it doesn't make any sense. But so you're getting the Queen of Pentacles. And to me, my first thought when I saw this card reversed is that it's just like, stop trying to monetize everything that brings you joy. And this is actually kind of piggybacking on what my friend Melissa Sonova said in her Hey Sonova advice column video today. But I feel like it's particularly resonant for this particular card in your question, which is like, you know, don't try and monetize your creativity, because then you're going to like just suck the joy out of life. I know that's not exactly what she said, but I'm paraphrasing here. Because like Queen of Pentacles, it's just like it feels as if like you're taking stuff that brings you joy and you're trying to translate it in such a way that it's like it turns into a business, but it's like it's suffocating you. It's suffocating your creativity, it's suffocating your spirit, you know? And it's not necessarily like, you can find work that brings you joy, but like don't try and like take your joy and make it into work. So hopefully you can still hear me, because I completely like removed the source of my video and audio there, just to give you a full screen effect of, yeah. Katie says, you rock those lashes. Thank you. They felt like spiders on my face. It very distracting. And since that's, 2020, that's 2 years ago now, like I probably have completely destroyed, like that magnetic liner might not work anymore. It might be expired. And it's been a while since I used those lashes, because I really can't wear those lashes while I'm wearing my glasses. They're just too long and big, and they just like bump up against my glasses. So, and I'm out of contacts, so I need to order more contacts, because I am blind as a bat without them. I can't just take off my glasses and see. So, yes, I prepared very thoroughly for the first anniversary episode. Notice, like, I'm just like, no makeup, sweating, drenched in sweat. Very different picture here, like the side by side. But yeah, like the anniversary episode, we talked about some of the favorite episodes from that first year of live streaming. And it's just like, welcome to the evolution of my personal style and the purple hair. And I had that purple hair. Originally, I got the purple hair done professionally. It's going to be 5 years ago now. When I was out of the office on bereavement leave from my day job that I no longer have anymore, that I left 6 months ago. But yeah, in the span of that bereavement leave where I was out of the office for a week, I went and I just dyed my hair purple professionally, got it professionally done. This time around for that particular one, that's when I used overtone. So I used the color depositing conditioner in purple. And I don't know, because I can't see the ends of it, but I might have done like purple, and then I did pink on the ends. I still have that too, but maybe it's also expired at this point. I don't know if it works or not. But yes, thank you, Katie, for saying you rock those lashes. I tried. They feel weird. I do have some more subtle ones from Moxie Lash, is the name of the company. But even the subtle ones are just a bit too long to wear with glasses. Just kind of annoying, but whatever. What are you going to do, right? Remove that. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know if I did a second anniversary one. Did I? It's possible I did. And my husband is asking, are you still doing your show? Yes. Yes, but we're probably going to wind down now that we're almost to 2 hours. Let me tell him. Yes, but we're starting to wind down now. Why? Behind the scenes. Okay. So let me move that over. Yeah, so card of the day practice, tarot for self-love and self-care. That was another great episode. I loved that episode a lot, because I love the episodes that where we use tarot a little bit differently than just for divination, where we use it to remind ourselves that we deserve love and compassion for ourselves, that we deserve to take care of ourselves, that self-care is not necessarily about what we want, but what we need, and that it's pretty mandatory. And it's necessary to continue to give yourself self-care and self-love before you burn out, before the point of exhaustion. So I really did love that episode, or any episodes where we use tarot in a little bit of a different way. And then finally, this might be something that you already suspect or what you already believe about these episodes. Any episode that was live and had a lot of audience participation with no set topic. That is like some of my favorite episodes that we've done, where it's just like, hey, it's a live stream. We're going to go live. I don't have a set topic in mind, but let's just talk. Let's talk about how you're doing, how you're feeling. What can I answer for you right now? What kind of, what do you need to hear from me right now? Or just like keeping space with each other, keeping sacred space with each other, and holding each other accountable. Dude. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Please hold. Not on IG, on Facebook and on YouTube. My own husband doesn't know that I don't do these on IG. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the link for him and post it here. Hold on. Anyway, we're wrapping up. We are wrapping up. Damn it. So now that we're wrapping up, are there any other episodes that are coming to mind? I'm going to move this out of the way so he doesn't have like a meltdown seeing that I'm texting him live and in progress. But yeah, any episode that was live and had no expectations, no sets, topic in mind, those are the ones that I've really treasured the most. And you've all asked really wonderful questions and in-depth questions, and all kind of like not just asked things of me, but also supported each other in the chat too, which is just amazing. It just really fills my heart with gladness when you all talk to each other in the chat and give each other greetings. It's like, hey, Katie, hey, Zuri, hey, Sophia, hey, Bob, hey, Dina. Like, it's just awesome to see. And I'm so grateful and happy that I could be able to facilitate that, as well as educating and entertaining. I know one of you had said last week that you like that term of edutaining. Well, I try, I aim to please. So yeah, any last favorite episodes before we move on to the weekend forecast? Let me know. What episodes, or here's a different take on the theme. Which episodes are you going to revisit? Give me one episode that you want to revisit. And I'm going to drink my wine, which I have been slowly sipping. Yeah, that's definitely a sign that we need to sign off now that we've got spammers into the chat. But if I was a younger, more inexperienced live streamer, I would just be losing my mind right now, but I'm not. I'm just ignoring that. Please go ahead and ignore that and report it and block it. Please and thank you. Jeez. I'm going to cut that off right now while I'm waiting for each of you to say which episode you're going to revisit. Okay. Let me go back to that. Okay. Oh, that's very sweet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, this is like the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna like, honey, can you text me to let me know that this is you? But I think it's you. Did you really create a YouTube just to comment? You are too freaking cute, and I will be there soon. Oh my God, like I'm gonna freaking cry right now. Katie says, I'm finding it too hard to choose. I enjoyed so many. Thank you so much, Katie. Oh my God, I have to show you guys this. Check out the username. That's so cute. Thank you, honey. So, Mr. Tarot by Hilary. Gee, I wonder who that is. Hello. I hope you're having a good show. We're just wrapping up, honey. So, can you order me food? That would be really nice. I'll be there soon. Oh my God. That's such a surprise. Thank you so much. So Katie says, that's why I come back as much as possible, because I just want more of this wonderful smorgasbord. Thank you so much, Katie. Zuri says, Mr. Tarot by Hilary makes an appearance. So exciting. And Sophia says, aw. Yeah. And by the way, honey, Mr. Tarot by Hilary, this is the reason why I live stream to the Book of Face and the Tube of You, because I don't have these display options if I were to live stream to the Gram of Insta. So yeah, it looks better. It looks better on these platforms. So Sophia says, I still say snack grabber is the move. Yeah, well, but he's not home right now. He's actually out. So he's literally texting me while he's out to ask me where I'm broadcasting so he can tune in and say, have a good show. Mr. Adorable, Katie says, yes. And Dina says, love. And actually, that's really nice to see, considering I've got a little bit of a spammer going on in the Book of Face right now. Sophia says, oh. So, yeah, I'm like trying to tackle this. Hopefully I've blocked that person that's been commenting. So hold on, but please ignore or block and report. I'm waiting for it to. Yeah, the comments aren't showing right now, but just like ignore it, please. Dina says, Mr. Tarot by Hilary once belched quite loudly. LOL. Yes, he sure did. He sure did. He was very proud of himself. He was kind of like like, oops. And then he was very proud of himself. And I'm just like, no, no, no. It's like people liked it. They thought it was funny. I'm not getting a message back though, because he's probably just doing that on his phone as well. Yeah. Uh, Dina, I loved that episode. And Mr. Terror by Hilary himself said, that sounds accurate. Yes. Honey, you're disgusting. But I'm also a little bit jealous because I can't burp like that. I just can't. I don't even remember what episode it was. I feel like it was like very serious. Like I was like in it, and then all of a sudden you heard this like, whoa. And I'm like, Jesus. Because I was broadcasting in the living room and he was on his couch and I was on my couch. And I'm just like, everybody heard that. The neighbors could hear that. The people in the next town could hear that. And he's just like, because, you know, farts and burps are never not going to be funny. And we're children, basically. By the way, he is also a fellow Aries. He's not a triple Aries, but he is sun sign Aries. So it's kind of a miracle that we're together in many ways. Anyway, so let us wrap. I thought we did one. Did we not do one? Siri says we need an episode on the court cards. I feel like we totally did that. We totally did that. I didn't mention it because, like, I'm not a huge fan of the court cards, like dealing with the court cards as like the separate third portion of a tarot deck. Like me, I'm like major arcana, minor arcana. And I read them as I would like any other minor arcana card, but keeping in mind that they are a little bit different. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we did do an episode on the court cards already. And now I'm going to have to look. But we really do have to wrap up so I can go eat dinner and join Mr. Tarot by Hilary and thank him personally for him showing up. So cute. Even though that means I have to put on a bra. Small sacrifices. Yes. Dina says, I think an older episode on court cards exists. I don't know if I have the strength necessarily to do a new episode on court cards. But I did tackle, Mr. Tarot by Hilary, I just got your text. Yes, please. But I need to put on a bra and I also need dinner. So let me know when they stop serving dinner. So I know it's, can you please just say yes in the chat so that I know it's really you? I don't want to play this. This is a risky game. Tell me something that only Mr. Tarot by Hilary would know in the chat. Knowing that everybody else can see it. Just saying. This is a dangerous game that I'm about to play here. So court cards. Yeah, all about court cards. We did 2-part episode about 2 years ago. Part 1 and part 2. And they can be, like I said that, they can be a big stumbling block for a lot of readers. Hold on. All right, I will pause it there and see if I can share it here. Hold on. YouTube of you, push to staging. Let's see. I don't know. I really don't know if I have the strength to do another episode on court cards, but here you go. Which has more compassion, more understanding, and more going with the flow. So not only when you're working with court cards, I feel like a really good exercise is looking through the court cards, separating out the court cards from the rest of the deck, the tarot deck, and looking at those cards and figuring out who you are normally, like in a vacuum, what you would embody, and then applying that to different situations and seeing how that might not work how it might be an oil or water situation, and then choosing a different card that you think may be a better energy for you to present yourself in that way to be able to navigate through that situation. So to answer your question, yes, it's an older episode on court cards. There's part 1 and 2. I don't know if I have the strength to revisit the court cards because I'm not a huge fan of the court cards. But yeah, we already do have an episode on court cards, 2-part episode on court cards. And if you're wondering, like, there is a great book on the subject for court cards, and it's like, I think it's like Your Tarot Court, and I believe it's from Ethany, if I'm remembering correctly. I think Ethany did a court cards book, an entire book on the court cards. And also I talk a little bit about the court cards in my upcoming book that comes out in November. I try not to emphasize too much because that's not how I particularly learned. And I reference Sasha Graham's Tarot Diva a lot when talking about the court cards, because I feel like that book and how she framed court cards, that was something that finally got me to like click in and be like, oh, the knights are like the brash teenagers of the tarot. Oh, they're like the dude bro. Okay, cool. Like, and then it all kind of clicked for me. But before that, I wasn't treating court cards any really differently than the rest of the minor arcana. So I don't really think I had the stumbling block for the court cards, because I didn't know I was supposed to have a stumbling block for the court cards. So I think I was very lucky in that way. But we do have a 2-part episode on the court cards. And I don't think Mr. Tarot by Hilary is watching anymore, but he did just text me and said, yeah, that was me. So to answer Zuri's question, oh, that wasn't Mr. Tarot by Hilary? No, it was. It was. I don't think he's watching anymore, though. So I'm like, anyway, I do have to wrap up because we are over 2 hours with this episode, and apparently we have plans now. So, and I got to get to those plans, and I have to eat dinner as well. So, yes. So Katie said, yes, I think we did one of the court cards too. Yes. And Zuri says, Dina, we always need more. I don't know. I don't know about that. And yep, yeah, here he is. It is. I'm out at a local spot while she records. So everyone wave hello to Mr. Tarot by Hilary. I don't know if you heard me saying it before, but I guess you didn't accept my dangerous proposition. How do I know it's you? Prove it. Prove it to me. But you don't have to because you already texted me. So thank you, honey. Like, you made my day. It's very sweet. Now order me some food. I'll be there shortly. All right, let us move into the weekend forecast, unless people can comment on another episode that they liked or an episode that they're going to revisit. I mean, it sounds like Zuri says we need an episode on the court cards. They exist, so that might be the 2-part episode that you're going to be looking at. And hold on. Katie says, hello, Mr. Tarot by Hilary. And Mr. Tarot by Hilary says, Bob and Brendo say hello. I say hi back, guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon. My hype men. All right. So let's move into the weekend forecast so that we can wrap up, so that I can move on with the rest of my day, move into my weekend, and so that you can move into your weekend prepared and not scared. So I put it to you guys. What do you want? Do you want a super attractor affirmation card? Do you want a spirit junkie affirmation card for your weekend forecast? Do you want your work your light oracle card? Do you want to pull from the Golden Tarot by Kat Black? I am just listing off the Visionary Oracle. I'm listing off decks that are within arm's length right now. Unfortunately, my Starseed Oracle is packed into my to-go bag because I was using it at the event on Saturday. So that is packed away. So that's a no-go for tonight. I know that I normally don't say no to any one particular deck, but going with the ones that are in arm's reach right now. So let me know, let me know, let me know. I'm gonna finish my wine. Got a little bit left in the fridge, but that'll be for another night. Guess I'm going with wine for the rest of the evening. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, condensation. Speak now, otherwise I will choose for you which oracle deck you want to be pulled from for the weekend forecast. And I'm going to hydrate before then. By the way, I do have a new water bottle that I pre-ordered. It's super cute. It's from a different company. It's not from Water Drop. It's from a company called Juggy. And it's witchy. It has like a sleeve and everything and a straw and witchy charms. It's super cute. Actually, let me see if I can find it while I'm waiting for you guys to say which deck that you want. Let me see. There it is. Let me introduce you to my new water bottle. And again, like when you're a tarot reader and also an EFT practitioner, like water and hydrating yourself and reminding your clients to hydrate, drink a lot of water because it's a lot of energy moving. It's very, very important. So this is what I pre-ordered. It's so cute. I can't remember what ounces it is. I think it's a half gallon. I think it might be a half gallon. So this is a witchy limited edition. I think it'll be released or shipped out on, I don't know, October 1st or October 15th. I can't remember, but I really hope that it comes in time for my Halloween party that I'm booked for already in October. Yeah, and by the way, just to let you guys know, like I book for Halloween early. So if you're looking to have a tarot reader and you are in, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Westchester County, if you are looking for a tarot reader for your Halloween party in October, like you want to reach out to me now because I already have one date that's completely blocked off, possibly two. So I start to get bookings for October in August. And that's just the reality of my job. I do readings 365 days of the year, mostly. I do readings year round, but for some reason, spooky season, they think tarot reader. So a reminder, I do parties year round too. But if you are thinking about spooky season and including a tarot reader in your spooky season festivities, you may want to book now. Look on my website, tarotbyhilary.com/events to see what my availability is right now. And reach out to me, email me. If you're not seeing your availability, we might be able to work something out, but you won't know unless you try. So reach out to me now. Sophia says, ooh, yeah, it's cute, right? It's super cute. All right, if you guys are not going to choose, I am going to choose for you. Say goodbye to the Juggy. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go with the Visionary Oracle for tonight, which will take a little bit of tarot deck Jenga to get to, but I'm feeling the Visionary Oracle. So let's go with that. Ooh, it might be two cards because the deep card is speaking to me. Okay. Yeah, you're getting two cards. What do we most need to know for this weekend? And keeping the astrology in mind, Virgo season, organization, and also possibly volatile situation that you might want to just float in a pool and not make any plans on Sunday. Up to you. Be prepared, not scared. Okay. Yeah, wow, geez. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to read the card that I pulled from the deck, shuffled and pulled from the deck first. And then I'm going to read the deep card that was on the bottom of the deck that I pulled first, second. Okay. Because I feel like that is the order that you need to hear these messages in. Also, like, how did your weekends go after the weekend forecast that happened last weekend? Because wow, having like the prefacing of the reversal of an oracle card and how like this might be a difficult message to hear, like, whoo, like that was a little rough last episode, right? Anyway, okay, so the first card for the weekend forecast is Rough Waters. It's card number 59 in this deck of the Visionary Oracle, and it is a water card. The next card is also a water card. So we've got two water cards. It's very watery. It's very in your emotions. It's very in the flow or not being in the flow. Okay. So, but the first card is Rough Waters. So let me turn to the companion book for number 59. Okay. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors, which is an African proverb. Real creativity and creative breakthroughs are incredibly uncomfortable. If it feels good all the time, you're probably not making any real progress. So be willing to invite the rough waters in. They are not just a sign you're off the path. They are part of the path. Don't resist them or try to change them. Ride the waves, because avoiding uncomfortable emotions means also avoiding your greatness. So that's card number 1 for the weekend forecast. Card number 2 is Trust, also a water card from this deck, number 62. And that's what it looks like. So trust the process, trust your creative intuition, and just keep doing the work. You don't need to trust all of it. Just a tiny seed of faith in yourself is enough to keep you going. Trust is letting go of needing to know the outcome and just continuing forward anyway. Trust that whatever happens will be imperfect, but it will be beautiful. So that is your weekend forecast for this weekend. Rough Waters and Trust from the Visionary Oracle by Comfort and Heart. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight and for revisiting past episodes and for celebrating the past 3 years of live stream episodes every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's like been my pleasure and my honor to do this for you. And also I want to remind you that we do this every Friday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, for those of you who are wondering, like, how can I help to support this live stream to keep it going? First of all, you can share. You can share episodes wherever you tune in, whether you're tuning in from the Tube of You or the Book of Face. Please share it with a friend, share it with a family member. If it's a particularly sensitive topic or they're going through something, you're just like, you know what, this episode might help you or it helped me. Please share it. That's a way to help this live stream to continue without having to spend money on it. If you're low on funds, but you want to be able to do something to support this live stream, that's a way to do it. I would also encourage you, if you do happen to have a little bit money to spare and you would like to show your appreciation for this, please contribute to the virtual tip jar. It is through my PayPal account, and that is paypal.me/tarot by Hilary NY. I will put that link into the comments just so you can see it. That is another way that you can support. No no amount is too small or too big, but I would appreciate it. So I'll just display it on screen right here. PayPal.me/tarot by Hilary NY. If you're interested in purchasing a reading with me outside of this episode or live stream, tarotbyhilary.com. I have phone, Skype, Zoom, email, in-person options available. And also I am an EFT practitioner as well, a tapping practitioner. So if you want to get to the root of some issues, move some energy around, have it not be weighing on your heart or your mind, or having physical symptoms that you would like to have a little bit of relief from, you can book an EFT tapping session with me as well. And I have all of that information also on my website, tarotbyhilary.com/EFT tapping. I give you a rundown on what the emotional freedom technique is, and also my process, which is like a not four-step process, but it's just like, here's what you would expect if you booked an EFT tapping session with me. And also some testimonials, because I'm a really good EFT practitioner. I can get to the root of some stuff, ask you questions that you may have never considered asking yourself, to get to the root of your stuff, and let's tap that shit out. So yeah, tip jar is here. Book a reading with me here, or an EFT tapping session. And also, please tune in next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will cover another topic. I feel like I already scheduled something, but I don't have my planner in hand right now. So I will list that on social media this weekend to let you know what the topic is going to be ahead of time. But we will have our next mid-episode reading chance for you to win a 3-card reading right here live on the broadcast next week. So thank you so much, Bob, for participating and winning the first one. And I feel like it's such a great way to encourage live viewership and encourage this community. And my husband is saying, do it, book a reading. Yes, exactly, because Mr. Tarot by Hilary says so. So Katie says, thank you, happy anniversary. Thank you all so much for watching, for tuning in, for keeping this going for 3 years. 3 fucking years, man. That's awesome. It's so great. I am so pleased. Yeah. I got nothing else to say besides I got to eat something. I got to eat something, and I've got to ground. Oh, final question from Dina. 3, 2, 1. What planner are you using these days? Passion Planner. PassionPlanner.com, y'all. I've been using those planners basically for the past 5 years, pretty sure. And they actually just released their new designs for 2023 weekly planner. And I am jonesing for that celestial design. So you'll have to go to passionplanner.com. They're all beautiful, and some of the proceeds when you purchase one of the planners goes towards a cause. So I believe the rabbit jumping over the moon design for 2023 goes to the Malala Fund. The one that I have currently is like out of this world, and it goes towards encouraging women in coding. And then, yeah, there's like different planners, different designs of the different planners goes towards a different specific charity or nonprofit. So I really like that. So yeah, passionplanner.com is the one that I like to use. Your mileage may vary, but that's the one that I recommend and have been using. So thank you for asking. Sophia says, good night all. Good night, everybody. Seriously, I'm going. I'm going. Dina says, thanks again. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, that's it. So once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night.